Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a you versus them love reading for my dearest Taurus. Taurus, I'm going to read your energy on the right, your person's energy on the left, and then we're going to see what's going on between you right down the middle. At any point in time, feel free to swap the energies that I may be picking up on. And if these messages do resonate with you, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And just a friendly reminder, I am available for private readings, so if you're after one, I have those links down below. All right, let's see what clear messages, advice, and guidance come through for my lovely Taurus, please. All right, your person's energy, the Nine of Wands in reverse. Your energy, the Eight of Wands. And we see the Queen of Cups in reverse. And your person's energy, the King of Wands. So some of you could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sag, or possibly a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Now, it feels like with the Queen of Cups energy in reverse, neither one of you are particularly giving emotionally to this connection, or there may have been something here that was really emotionally draining for the two of you, like a fight or an argument or a cycle or a back and forth here, jealousy. Your person with the King of Wands, I feel like they're passionate, I feel like they're fiery, I feel like they're successful, but I also feel like they're completely exhausted. And I kind of see the King of Wands looking off in a different direction. So you may feel like this person prioritizes their friends, family, work, hobbies, anything really over the connection. And Taurus, you're in the Eight of Wands energy. So you're really thinking about, taking your strength and using all of your strength and courage and moving off in a different direction, because I feel there's been some sort of disappointment here. Or I feel like, I just feel like your person hasn't been giving enough to this connection and their focus has been elsewhere. Let's see. They're feeling definitely exhausted. The Nine of Wands in reverse is, burning the candle at both ends energy. The Queen of Swords. Some of you, there could be an ex here that's involved, or an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. But I also feel like your person hasn't been giving emotionally to the connection. So maybe you feel like you've just become friends. Or maybe you feel like this person doesn't give to you the way that you want them to, that love, that romance, that affection. All right, they're viewing you as the Three of Pentacles, so they do see you as somebody that's very compatible with them. And for a lot of you, I do feel this person wants to work things out with you. But this Eight of Wands, it's like it kind of looks like you're ready to move off in a different direction, or your focus, your intentions are elsewhere. Let's see if that's the case. Yeah, the Queen of Cups energy in reverse. Yeah, because a lot of you, you're not giving emotionally to this connection, because you too might also be feeling emotionally drained. So let's see how you're viewing them. Yep, you're viewing them as the Nine of Cups in reverse. So a lot of you, whether you walked away or they walked away, you feel like this person was kind of the reason why this happened, that they're emotionally drained. And that they turn their back on you, or turn their back on the connection. Some of you, you might feel like this person has unhealthy coping mechanisms, or they drink too much. Okay, with the Queen of Cups in reverse, your person's still holding on to you, even if they're holding back. And again, they're not really giving emotionally to this connection. And you're viewing the connection as Temperance energy, Sagittarius. So for a lot of you, you feel like there has been some sort of divine intervention here. And some of you, there is an issue with this person and excess, right? Like they spend too much, or they drink too much, or they party too much, or they work too much, or they work and they party too much. Because it just feels like you weren't getting the attention that you deserve, or they weren't really taking care of the connection. With the Empress energy in reverse, I feel like a lot of you, this has turned your world upside down. That's Taurus and Libran energy. Some of my Taurus, you're focused on possibly a third party, or you're focused on, finding somebody new, moving in a different direction. But more so, I just feel like you feel as if this person wasn't honoring your worth and your value. Now, this person, I do think, is planning on communicating and like wanting to work things out with you. But let's see. And some of you, you're giving this person time or space But let's see what we need to know about this person for Taurus. Yeah, so you may have felt like they were cheating. Now this indicates that maybe you accused them of cheating, or maybe you felt like there was third party, but they weren't sleeping with anybody else. They weren't actually cheating, but their energy definitely does feel like it was elsewhere. This person is planning some sort of surprise for you, okay, and we see hush, hush. So some of you, this person is planning to surprise you in some way, shape, or form. That could be showing up at your home, showing up at your job, sliding into your DMs. It could be something having to do with lunch, taking you to lunch, running into you where they know you like to have lunch. Okay, but my lunch card is actually, I feel like it's quite a positive energy because, it can be a bit of like a friend zone energy, but I actually feel like with lunch, this is somebody that like wants to sit down and talk to you, and they want to do it face to face, and they want to talk about the stuff that really needs to be talked about, rather than let's have dinner and drinks and sleep together and, we kind of brush things under the rug, right? So I kind of do get this person is serious here about surprising you and opening up about how they do really want to heal things here with you, or they want to try to get on the same page. All right, so let's see what's going on in their energy. What do my Taurus need to know about this person? All right, so we see synergistic. This is your energetic match. Two birds sing sweeter than one. So this person does not want to let you go. They feel like you are compatible, that you are their perfect match here. All right, but we also see parasitic, symbiotic. One party benefits while the other is depleted. Energy, support, and empathy are not equal. Give and take needs to become balanced. And I think your person is actually having like a come to Jesus moment here, Taurus, about this connection, and realizing that you're feeling depleted and that they weren't as supportive as they needed to be of you, and that the give and take here needs to become balanced. And for some of you, they could be a workaholic, or like I said earlier, they were just prioritizing other people or other things. In your energy, Taurus, we see renew and adventure. And I do feel like this with that Eight of Wands, you're kind of focused on in a different direction. A return of passions and play, community is healing, laughter, travel, and new things can re-spark your love life. So a lot of my Taurus, instead of, sitting at home and throwing yourself a pity party, or, being in a why me energy, you're really sort of grabbing the bull by its horns, and you're putting yourself out there, and you're having fun. And, you're giving, I feel like you're giving this person and giving this situation grace, but you're doing your own thing, and you're focused on your passions, and you're focused on your community and the people that make you feel good. So you're really raising your vibration here. And we see acceptance. So accepting yourself and others as they are liberates patterns of resistance, open to flow. So I feel like you are in this energy of accepting, okay, what's going on with this situation, what's going on with this person, and I feel like you're more like in a go with the flow energy, okay? And I feel like, yes, you're feeling depleted. Yes, you're feeling like this connection, this person wasn't giving emotionally to you the way that you wanted them to, and it's like, but you're not letting that hold you back either. And with that open to flow, I feel with the temperance energy, like you are open to hearing what this person has to say, or, what ways they are going to come towards you and maybe make things better. And I also feel like if they're not going to step up, you're also okay with just keeping on, right? Keep moving in a different direction. So you're really in a flow state. Even if you're feeling, sad about this, or, uncomfortable about this connection. Okay, so what you're not seeing here is passionate romance, and we see different goals. So again, I'm seeing here, Taurus, there may have been or be a lot of passion, but remember, passionate connections are all really well and good, but are you on the same page? Do you want the same things? And it feels like you're definitely have been on different pages, but this person starting to realize that is having, like I said, that come to Jesus moment. And I think they're trying to figure out, again, how can we get on the same page? All right, so let's see what this person wants to say to you. What does this person want to say to you? You have me, mind, body, and soul. So they're making some really big changes here, Taurus. And they may be planning a surprise, like taking you on a trip, Let's unplug from the rest of the world. All right, and we see distance. How can we shorten the distance between us? Yep, this person wants to try to make things right and get on the same page, Taurus. Sending you love and light. Take care.